All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to crack open a playbook that's been shaping leaders for, just over 2,000 years. We're diving into Corporate Chanakya to see how some seriously ancient secrets can give you a massive edge in today's business world. So, does this feel familiar? Are you feeling the pressure, juggling a million deadlines, trying to manage your teams, all while staring down the competition? You know, if you've ever felt like you're fighting a battle on a dozen different fronts at once, you are definitely not alone.
But what if I told you that the most powerful strategies for winning in today's world don't come from some new age business guru, but from an ancient master strategist? Yeah, you heard that right.
Let me introduce you to Chanakya. This guy was a philosopher and a top royal advisor way back in ancient India. His masterwork, the Arthashastra, is basically the original ultimate guide to running a state, managing an economy, and winning wars. We're talking over 6,000 little nuggets of wisdom on how to lead effectively. And you're about to see just how incredibly relevant they still are. So, where do we even begin? Well, it's not with the spreadsheets or the market analysis. Nope. Chanakya says it all starts from the inside out. Let's explore what he called the leader's inner fortress. Chanakya's wisdom really starts in a surprising place. Before you can even think about leading other people, you have to lead yourself first. He argued that mastering your own emotions, conquering these 6 enemies of the mind, is the absolute non-negotiable first step. It's the foundation for every single decision you're ever going to make. And that is the whole game right there. A leader who is calm, who is focused, who's in control of their own impulses. That's the person who can steer the entire ship through any storm. Your personal discipline, well, it literally sets the tone for the whole company. Okay, so once you've got yourself in check, Chanakya gives you this amazing framework for your business. He saw it as a kingdom built on 7 essential pillars. And the modern parallels? They're just incredible. You're the leader. Your managers are your key advisors. The market is your territory. And your team? Well, that's your army. Every single pillar has to be strong, or the whole thing comes crashing down. For Chanakya, this balance was absolutely everything. He was crystal clear. Power is a tool, not a prize. When you use it with responsibility, when you actually listen to your team and address their needs, you build unshakable loyalty. But if you're careless with it, you're just inviting failure from the inside out. So, once your inner kingdom is solid, it's time to face the outside world. Let's shift gears and talk strategy, or as Chanakya would call it, mastering the corporate battlefield. Before you make any big move, like, say, launching a new product or entering a new market, Chanakya had a checklist, and it's so practical it hurts. First, do you have the know-how and the energy for this fight? Second, is this the right market, the right place? Third, is it the right time? And maybe most importantly, have you planned for what could go wrong? This isn't about being negative. It's what he'd call strategic realism. And once you do decide to move, Chanakya says there are 3 main paths to get where you're going. You can win through smart advice and counsel, you can win by strategically using your power and authority, or you can win through pure, infectious energy that gets everyone fired up. You know, the best leaders, they know which path to take and exactly when to take it. We've covered mastering yourself, and we've covered external strategy. But what about the most important resource of all? Yeah, let's talk about your people. Let's talk about leading your modern army. I mean, come on. This is the question on every leader's mind today, right? Attracting the best people and then keeping them is a constant battle. And of course, Chanakya had a game plan for that too. And here it is, a 2,400-year-old HR strategy that works just as well today. First, talk to your people. Understand what they're up against. Then, reward good work with real incentives. If you have to, apply discipline, but make sure it's fair. And finally, if it's just not a good fit, know when to part ways professionally for everyone's benefit. It's such a clear, logical approach to managing people. Okay, so it's one thing to manage performance day to day, but it's a whole other ballgame to actually grow the next generation of leaders from within your own team. So how do you make that happen? Well, Chanakya's wisdom gives us a blueprint. It's all about shifting the mindset. You got to encourage your people to bring you solutions, not just dump problems on your desk. Give them credit, real credit, for their ideas. Show them the difference between a pretty plan and actual results. And most of all, lead from the front and build a culture where it's actually okay to make a mistake, as long as you learn from it. So after this whirlwind tour through ancient strategy, we finally get to the main event, how you can actually put all this to work. It is time to unleash your inner Chanakya.
And really, that's the big takeaway here. The world has changed. For sure, we've gone from kingdoms to corporations, but the fundamental rules of leadership, of strategy, of human nature, those haven't changed one bit. This wisdom is completely timeless.
And to bring this all right back to today, check out this quote from a modern business titan, Adi Godrej. Chanakya would have absolutely loved this. Sales is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is reality. It's such a powerful reminder to focus on what actually keeps the lights on and lets you grow, a healthy bottom line and a strong treasury.
So there you have it. The blueprint is here. It's a timeless guide to mastering yourself, your strategy, and your team. You've got the tools. The only question left is, what kind of leader are you going to choose to be?